Hello fellow daydreamers, I hope you're doing okay. For my part, I'm already stressing a bit too much about my uni deadlines coming up in the next months. That's also why this setup is very late, but I hope you enjoy it anyway. February has been a very positive time though. I was truly able to practice self-love as it was my monthly challenge and celebrate myself and carnival. All that is over now and I have rested quite a bit to recover from these turbulent days, grounding myself with the help of my bullet journal of course. The materials I'll be using for my March setup center around this juicy green dual tip brush pen. Again, I'm coming in with lots of different papers, washi, stickers and magazine cutouts. As a font, I chose this tall but slimmer block lettering style to change it up again. I'm also placing the titles a bit differently this month, pushing them more towards the corners and edges of the spreads. That's why my March mini calendar goes above the main title. As for my goals of March, the top priority has my uni hustle as I'm now fully immersed into the semester of the carnival break. I'm also in that recovery period, still having a bit of a cold, which is pretty normal for me after a week of partying day and night basically. A good friend of mine got me a tea leaf reading guide for my birthday, so I want to try out this practice a bit more. Alongside the more mental tasks, I also want to consistently keep moving my body and do some much needed spring cleaning to prepare for the upcoming warmer and more active season. More specific projects of mine will be outlining my thesis more specifically. I need to write an exposé and present that in April. Yikes. I also need to finish up the readings for my master's exam subtopic that I'm collaborating on with a uni colleague. As I don't want to have to do all uni tasks, I'm also putting in the continuation of the Zunftbuch, our big hefty carnival memory photo book. This is a very creative exercise, so it will balance out my head stuff nicely. And further into the month, I need to change over my wardrobe to my spring clothes, hoping it will finally get warmer and sunnier outside soon. For my March bullet journal setup, I chose green as the main color, a true balanced middle-toned green. Green is the color of renewal, of fresh beginnings, and of nature awakening after winter's rest. March is that in-between time where the world starts shifting from cold dormancy to vibrant life. It's when the first hints of spring appear, buds forming on trees, tiny leaves unfurling, and patches of green breaking through the lingering winter grey. Everything starts coming back to life, and that's what this shade of green represents: transformation, revival, and the promise of growth. But green isn't just about the natural world, it's also a color that symbolizes balance, harmony and progress. Unlike the deep, cool greens of winter or the bright, almost yellow-toned greens of summer, this middle-toned green feels fresh and full of potential. It's not overwhelming, but it's not timid either. It sits right in that sweet spot of motivation and calmness. For me, it's the perfect way to welcome spring and set the tone for a season of growth and renewal. Turning over the page, we're heading right into my calendar layout of the month. To make it more fun, I'm creating a little Dutch door so that more green decoration can peek through to the spread. Today I'm opting for a one-page calendar in the form of a monthly log. In my head, I mostly divide my days into mornings, afternoons and evenings or nights. That's why I'm shifting the day numbers and weekday letters a bit to the left so that I have space on the left for the mornings and on the right for the rest of the day. I'm separating the afternoon space from the evening space for a better overview and also put green lines after every week horizontally. This way I'm carrying the more simplistic but effective style of the month right into the functionality of the spread. That theme of growth that the green gives me ties directly into my March challenge that will go on the right side of the spread. This month I want to focus on growing my tasks, being productive, consistent and successful with my projects. Growth isn't just about doing more, it's about doing things with intention. Just like plants don't grow overnight, progress takes time, patience and the right conditions. A seed needs sunlight, water and nurturing before it can flourish, and in the same way my ideas and goals need structure, dedication and a steady effort to thrive. That's why I want to visualize my different projects and their process of completion of progress bars. And I will indicate my feeling and efforts within the projects through different colors that corresponds with the growth of a plant. I stuck down this what I think is a snowbell flower blooming everywhere at the moment. And to the right of that I'm labeling different stages or parts of growth. I will go from the bottom up, so over the roots to the stem, leaves, buds, and at last my projects shall bear flowers, hopefully. Green to me is the color of steady progress. It reminds me that growth doesn't always have to be dramatic to be meaningful. Some days might be full of energy and motivation, while others will be slower, more about tending to the roots rather than rushing for the finish line. But as long as I keep going, keep nurturing my work and stay consistent, the results will come. This March I'm embracing green as a symbol of patience, resilience and the quiet power of steady, intentional growth. Here follows my monthly reading. Once again, I drew a main tarot card for the overall energy of the month, accompanied by 2 other tarot cards to further specify the first one. And my mom also drew another Celtic animal for me. On the other side, I wanted to combine my mood tracker with a stress log, since more projects and uni hustle also means potentially higher stress levels, and I want to stay on top of that. I remembered that I once did this sun-like round bar graph as a mood tracker, and I figured it would look like a sprouting plant with the green color of March, so I brought that back. The bars will be the indicators for my mood that day, the line graph will be the stress level. The main tarot card of March is the first big arcana, the Magician. It shows me that I've already got all the resources, all the elements in me to wield my power and succeed in my projects. The Three of Pentacles also emphasizes the importance of collaboration, and the Justice card reminds me to stay true to myself and just in my actions that will impact the future. So I should not lose myself and have faith, since I've got all the materials and knowledge to hustle on with my tasks, but still working with others also plays a crucial role. The Celtic animal for March is the frog, which is funny because I always picture frogs to also be green. Very fitting. The frog stands for sensitivity and finding hidden beauty and power. He will make me receivable for the good things hidden inside me and heightens my empathy. My green color of March is associated with many different things, but mainly deeply connected to growth, renewal and harmony. It also stands for vitality. Green is the color of life, representing plants, renewal and nature's cycle of regrowth. A middle-toned green especially feels like something in motion, not the deep stillness of winter's evergreens, but the fresh energy of new leaves, sprouting seeds and unfolding potential. It also symbolizes steady progress, encouraging patience and persistence in growth rather than rushing. This green also means balance and stability. Being in the middle of the green spectrum, this shade embodies balance, not leaning too far into the extremes of warm or cool, dark or light. It represents harmony, peace and equilibrium, making it a great color for grounding oneself. It's often associated with emotional renewal and well-being, helping to restore a sense of calm and steadiness. On the other side, it can help with energy and freshness. Unlike deeper greens that can feel introspective, a true middle green carries an active, fresh energy. It's full of potential, like the first signs of spring. It represents momentum, movement and new beginnings, so it encourages motivation and action, but in a sustainable, natural way, like the slow and steady process of plants growing toward the sun. For the setup of the next 2 spreads, I have once again lost some footage, but you will see the final pages of all their decoration in the flip through at the end of the video. What's following is my finance spread. Yes, I'm still tracking my expenses or the final outcome in my journal, even though I've been tracking my finances digitally for years now. Since a lot is changing in my income-outcome balance right now, I need to keep a clear overview. At the end of the month, I can once again color in a pie chart to visualize which areas I spend more or less money on. On the other side, I'm going for a much simpler media tracker than last month, leaving more of an open space to write down pieces of media I consumed. The final spread of the month will be this one-page weekly. Since I'm going for more minimalistic but functional layouts in March, I'm dividing the page into quarters. In the bottom right corner goes another mini calendar to indicate the week of the spread, and then my tasks will be separated by their area. I've got a space for uni, home and personal stuff. And just like that, we're into the final flip through of this monthly setup again. I'm by now really noticing how my life improves again after using my bullet journal more consistently since the beginning of the year. It grounds me but keeps me accountable, is a creative outlet and a planning tool in one. It tracks things that are relevant to me like media, and it helps me to reflect upon many different areas of life in one place. I hope I was able to inspire you some with the setup and renewal vibe of March, and if you wish to dream along some more, please subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!